Hey there. Welcome to the Easy Everyday English podcast. Here at Nenglish, you're going to learn how to say whatever's on your mind with confidence. Stick with me for 90 days, keep these podcasts playing, and you'll start building a better version of yourself, step by step. To get the best results, repeat everything you hear out loud. Consistency is the key. Let's get the ball rolling. Welcome back to Nenglish Podcast. Today we are continuing our deep dive into the mind of a master of success, Steve Harvey. If you thought the first part was intense, buckle up. Today we're talking about the remote control of your life and the one thing that can destroy negativity instantly. Let's get into the mind of Steve Harvey. Part 1. Success is not a magic trick. Steve Harvey starts by saying that becoming successful, whether that means being rich or reaching your goals, is not a magic trick. He wants you to know that God doesn't just pick certain people to be rich and others to be poor. He says, "I'm no better than none of y'all. God don't love me more than you." According to Steve, the only difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is this: the mind. He believes God gave all of us the power of choice. You get to decide if you are the person getting the job or the person giving the job. My personal take, I love his honesty here. We often look at successful people and think they have some secret sauce or special DNA, but Steve is reminding us that it's about a conscientious decision. I strongly agree. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten. Change starts with a choice, not a miracle. Part 2. The remote control concept. Steve Harvey gives us a teaching moment about how the mind works. He compares your mind to a TV remote. When you pick up a remote and press the power button, you expect the TV to come on. If you want Sports Center, you press the channel for Sports Center and you expect it to show up. Steve Harvey believes that God created us in his image, and because God thought the world into existence, our thoughts have the power to create our world too. He says, you have to live your life with the expectation that great things are coming your way. Part 3. The delivery address of faith. Here is where it gets real. Steve Harvey explains that when you ask God for something, he ships the package immediately. But here's the catch. He never gives you the delivery date. Why? Because if you knew the date, you wouldn't need faith. Steve says, faith is the belief in things you cannot see. The problem is that many people step off of Faith Street and move over to I don't believe it Boulevard or It Took Too Long Avenue. When the package arrives at Faith Street and you aren't there, it has to go back. My personal take, this is such a brilliant metaphor. How many times have we given up on a dream just days before the package was supposed to arrive? I totally agree with Steve. Staying on Faith Street is the hardest part of success, but it's the only place where the blessings are delivered. Part 4. Application over memorization. Steve Harvey admits something shocking. He only knows 5 or 6 scriptures by heart. He says he knows people who have memorized the whole Bible but have nothing to show for it. Why? Because they memorized it, but they didn't apply it. He also recommends 2 life-changing books, The Power of Positive Thinking and The Magic of Thinking Big. Part 5. The Gratitude Coding. Finally, Steve Harvey teaches us how to protect ourselves from negativity. He says you can coat your mind, just like you coat a surface to protect it. The secret ingredient? gratitude. He says, whenever you feel negative or drained, stop and take inventory of what you already have. The fact that you woke up, the fact that you can walk, see, and think, the fact that you have a roof over your head and the ability to dream. Steve says, gratitude erases negativity. My personal take, this is a game changer. You cannot be grateful and miserable at the same time. It's scientifically impossible for the brain to focus on both. I started doing this gratitude inventory every morning, and Steve is right. It changes your entire vibration before you even walk out the door. Conclusion and what we learned. In this episode of Nanglish, we've learned vocabulary. We explored words like appointed time, the set time, take inventory, to list what you have, and conscientious decision, a deliberate choice. The lesson: success is a decision. Stay on Faith Street and keep your mind coated in gratitude. Before we go, I want you to do what Steve suggested. Stop right now and think of 10 things you are grateful for. Write them down. Don't let the Satan of negativity steal your focus today. As Steve says, God is good. Give him a chance to work in your life. Thanks for listening to Nanglish Podcast. And remember, change your mind, change your world.